All right. So Jaylyssa, please introduce yourself and tell us where you graduated from.
Hi, my name is Jaylyssa Martinez. I graduated in the Key West Community College at the Key West, Florida.
And wasn't there another college that you went to after that?
I went to Disney College program. I was there for 1 year for 2019.
Wonderful. So tell us, what were some of the great experiences that you remember from either one of your colleges?
I'm going to say my best experience I could put in the Keys. I'm going to say it's from when I first came into the Keys. That was a very first experience when school started and seeing new people that I never met before who actually lived in the Keys and people who have not. It's really beautiful, really. I never lived in an island before, so I feel like it's more like a mini Hawaii and mini vacation. That's what I think of it at first when I first started.
Right. So the audience doesn't know that you're not from the Keys. Tell them where you're from because you came from pretty far away.
I'm from Panama City, Florida. Um, it's really beautiful there. It's way far away than Key West. But it's really beautiful there. Our town is great. The beaches are wonderful. And we got a lot of cool excitement in Panama City.
Absolutely. Okay, so you think that the best thing was that you had a whole new environment, right?
Yeah,
Key West, very different from Panama City.
yes, it was. It was so different than Panama City. I just didn't imagine myself living in an island or something like the Keys.
Tell me some of the things that you learned when you were at the Keys College.
When I lived from the college and the school itself, I'm like on my own on this, really, like as an adult, as a young adult, and learning of how the college thing works, like how you be as a college kid works, how you being a young adult works, and how to learn your own experience, like learn your own mistakes and learning how things done if you're on your own or whether you're in a roommate or not. It's just a really different learning experience to have.
So you were really on your own. You did not go home at night, right?
No, that I was when I first started in the dorms at night, I was very terrified. I was scared. I was because none of my roommates were there to greet me or say hi because they were all not there. I get it that they were at home with their family or so on the break or at work. Didn't even know them well yet. So I was all alone. I was terrified and scared.
And how did you get over that? How did you learn to be more confident in your independence?
Well, after I was very terrified of being alone in the dorms without none of my roommates there, I have to call my mom for advice. I FaceTime her. She was still on the Keys at the time, still to make sure I was settled in okay. So I messaged her at first and asked her, even begging her if she could come get me, like stay at the hotel with them one last night, because I was not really ready for it at all to be on my own.
Wow.
So my mom gave me one advice. She told me to make sure my bedroom door was locked. She told me to put a movie on, and maybe that helped me sleep at night. And it did. Ever since then, I've been doing it every single night. It didn't bother me at all how bright the TV was or anything. I was comfortable with whatever movies I packed and everything what I had in there.
So you got some great tips from your mom on how to be confident.
Yes, she did. My mother is the best. There's no one else I could rather have a good mother than her.
Oh, as a mom, we thank you.
You're welcome.
So tell me, do you think that the program helped to prepare you for employment?
Yes, it did. When I was in the project access program, it was a different level than being with different classes. In the project access, you're going to be one on one with a teacher, not with any other students.
Wow.
I was an independent study. I learned about on the textbook what they showed me, like problems or what's going to like happen in the future, probably. Some of them were trick questions, so be careful with that.
Great. Did they offer you any internships or job shadowing or anything like that?
Well, in one of our classes, They taught us about how to go in the stores, and we see some of our previous students who used to be in the Keys in the campus did have a job at Publix or Kmart or anywhere. And it's a good experience to learn that.
Okay. So are you working now?
Yes, I'm looking at the Sheraton at Panama City Beach, Florida.
What do you
It's,
do there?
well, Panama City Beach is like a big town. They have a lot of cool stuff and a lot of things to do. It's never a dull moment in there, let me tell you. But at the Sheraton, where I work, I'm a laundry attendant.
Wow. Okay. And is there enough business in the hotel now to keep you busy?
Right now, due to the COVID and everything, and summer just ended in the fall and Halloween and the holidays are coming up, sometimes it's a bit medium level to say,
Mhm.
or slow, it all depends. But the laundry room is never done working. We always keep washing, drying, folding, keeping busy as much as possible.
So did you have to stay home at all during COVID or you've been able to work the whole time?
I able to be working the whole time. I wear a mask every single day when I'm at work. Um, I'm always prepared for anything if something might happen.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good to hear. So tell me, where do you see yourself in a couple of years? Like, what kind of goals do you have for yourself now?
Ever since I left the Keys and ever since I did the Disney College program in 2019, my goal is still working at Disney as a career in the future.
Wow, that would be amazing. So do you have to go through an application process to make that happen? How do you make that work?
Well, right now, like I said before, I was in the Disney College program for 1 year for 2019 for 7 months. I learned a lot from them, even though I worked there just for like a 1 year thing for 7 months. But I learned a lot from them, even though not a lot of guests is going to be happy, not a lot of guests is going to be positive of everything. But as cast members, we have to do our best to make the guests happy as much as possible and helping out as much as possible.
So it's all about customer service, right?
Yes. And my boss, he is a sweet man, but he always said this. It's one thing he told me and my other cast members. He said, you can't win every person. That's what he says.
Okay. Well, that's some good advice.
Yes, yes,
So
he did.
tell me, Jaylyssa, is there anything else that you would like to tell the audience that we haven't talked about yet?
Um, I'm just gonna say is like don't be afraid to try a new experience of different places you haven't been through before, or what experience you don't think you're ready for. And I've been through that kind of thing. I got scared a couple of times thinking that if I'm going too fast or I'm not ready for college or something.
But
But
it seems
it's
like you were.
yes, I talked to my mom about that kind of issue and I was like scared and worried and I thought I made mistakes or I'm not ready for college. I was only a freshman still at the time. And my mom told me that my teacher said I was doing good. I was doing fine. She's like, you are doing fine. Just keep trying. Don't get upset. And like, just keep learning.
Okay, and you did share something with me the last time we talked about the place that you're currently living, which I think is very special. Do you want to tell everybody about that?
Of course. Um, Actually, me and my mom did talk about before I graduated college. I was already talked about getting my own place. I was I always talked about a lot, sometimes not a whole lot about it. But after when COVID started and everything, after I finally graduated, my mom and I have been searching for apartments I could live in, a safe neighborhood to be in, because my mom wants to make sure I was safe. And plus, I want to be safe too as well, due to this kind of situations. So due to all that looking and the budgeting and everything, luckily my mom had a friend that knows someone else who's also a friend of hers, was looking for a roommate. Her name was Tevis. And when I met her, I was shy. When I meet a person I don't know, I'm in my little shell. I don't even know anyone. I'm scared like who this person might be or what after we done interviewing and stuff. I don't know what's going to happen after that. So my mom did all the talking while I was just like looking around the apartment. It was a really good apartment. It's not really bad. It's not bad condition or anything. It's just there, like really good condition. So then I had to do the
So
application and waited it. And then one day, I think it was about like Thursday. And that's when she texted me and said, "Hey, are you still looking for that room?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she told me, do you still want it? I was like, "Yeah." And that's when she told me that I got the room, and we were both roommates since then.
that's so amazing. So you're living independently, you're working, you're a very confident, independent young lady right now.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Everybody must be incredibly proud of you.
My mom's happy about it. She checks on me every now and then, and my grandmother's really excited and happy since now I live only 10 minutes away from my house.